So I am here in Dubai about to test drive this truck. It's a Mercedes truck. And it's cute. It's my first time driving one. I was also told I might be the first female truck driver to ever drive a truck in Dubai.
All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. We got to talk about a crazy story out of Dubai where a woman from Houston is being detained in Dubai for screaming in public. She's been there since May, I think mid-May or late May, and she's being detained in Dubai. Now, personally, I think it's more to the story than, just screaming in public. I've heard some things, and we're going to get into this video right now and get some details on it. But before I start, as simple as when in Rome, do as the Romans do. You can't go to another place, another country especially, and assume that all of the actions that you may do on a day-to-day basis or things that you might get away with in America automatically fly in another place. Dubai is a far shot, a long shot from America, and that is an entirely different place. They do not law the same. They do not govern the same. It's a lot different, and she effed around and found out the hard way. Now, we're about to get into this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe while we're watching. Now, let's roll it.
The last 2 months are described as terrifying for a Houston woman who we're told is being detained in Dubai.
Fox 26's Domely Keith joining us live near downtown Houston with why she's being held. Domely.
Well, the crime she's charged with may surprise you, and Dubai is increasingly becoming a vacation spot for a number of Houston women. One who's there right now, according to her social media page, is trying to get back to the Bayou City, but according to her mom, her passport has been confiscated because she was charged with screaming in public.
It also could result in prison time. So it's very scary.
The trip turned terrifying for Tiara Young Allen when her mom says she was a passenger in a friend's rental car and they got into an accident there in Dubai. Tina Baxter says when her daughter went to the company to retrieve her ID, credit card, and other items left in the rental, Baxter says it did not go well.
She found out that she could only receive those items if she paid an undisclosed amount of money. She dealt with a very aggressive individual, a young man there who was screaming at her.
Baxter says her 29-year-old daughter ultimately yelled back at the rental car agent, she says resulting in her being charged for screaming there in Dubai.
And so she is in jail for one reason and one reason alone. She raised her voice. In that country, a female is not even allowed to raise her voice. If she raises her voice, it's punishable by jail time.
It's been very emotional. There are some days I stay up all night crying.
They have a strict law system that is really based on theocracy.
This website warns, quote, laws and customs are very different, so be aware of your actions to ensure they don't offend while in United Arab Emirates. Now, after Baxter says her daughter was charged with screaming in Dubai, her passport has been taken, and the American social media influencer who works as a truck driver can't leave the UAE, according to her mom. And her mom says she's been placed under a travel ban pending the outcome of the investigation.
It's very frightening. The longer she's been there, the more reality has started to kick in.
In our opinion, she did not commit a crime. Don't punish women for doing the same thing a man can do in Dubai. It's not fair and it's not right.
Now, the 29-year-old does now have an attorney there in Dubai, and her mom says she's told that she could face jail time because there is surveillance video of her screaming. Now, we have reached out to the U.S. and the UAE embassies. Will government officials step in and give her assistance? I'm still awaiting responses. Reporting live near downtown Houston, I'm Domely Keith, Fox 26 News.
All right, so you guys saw that. However, in this video we watched, we only heard from the mother, the activist guy who's helping this family and speaking on behalf of the family, trying to negotiate for this girl. We haven't heard from Dubai, the UAE, and we haven't heard from this girl herself. So like I said, I think it's a bit deeper than that. If we just want to briefly go over some of the laws in Dubai, you're not supposed to swear in public. There's no PDA in public. It's a lot different. It's entirely different. And like I said, in the intro to the video. You know, when in Rome, you got to do as the Romans do. You can't go to a whole nother country and think that you can get away with doing the same things that you can do in America. You know, now we do know that she got into an accident with her and her friend. They got into an accident, and when they went to go to the car dealership to get their, you know, she went to go get her ID or her passport or whatever it may be. She got into an altercation with someone working at the car rental place who apparently got aggressive with her first. That's how it's being reported, that the person working at the car dealership got aggressive with her first. And so, you know, it's being framed as like a retaliation. Oh, he got aggressive, so I got aggressive right back. You know, that's all just he say, she say at this point. We don't really know that. We don't know exactly how that altercation went, but swearing is illegal in Dubai. So, you know, but swearing is illegal in Dubai. So there's no telling. You know, she could have gotten into an argument with this guy and started going off, F you, F this, use a mother bleep, bleep, bleep. Ain't no telling what happened. But that just goes back to the point of acting how you might act in America, dealing with a situation in a way you might deal with it in America, where you from back in Houston, where doing stuff like that is perfectly normal, compared to doing it in Dubai, where swearing is illegal. You aren't supposed to be swearing out in public. So this girl is being made out to be the victim in a situation. But I mean, in reality, you know, when you're on the soil of an entirely different country, those laws govern you now. You know, not the American laws. You know, you might be an American citizen, but those laws govern you. So if anything, you know, I hope that she can learn from this. Like I said, I don't know exactly what happened. It's some he say, she say, but this story just goes to show you how grateful you should be to have the privileges to be able to do and say and act, you know, in certain ways in this country, because clearly displayed in this video and with this situation, you can't go everywhere else and act the way we act here in America. You know, the fighting in public, the PDA, you know, people running around naked at pride parades, people fighting in public, doing drugs in public, you know, all types of indecencies in public that happen here in America. You cannot do this stuff everywhere else. You just can't. And Dubai is one of those places where you can't do this. So, I mean, hey, do I feel sorry for her? I mean, I don't know what good that is really doing. You know, I don't know what good feeling sorry for her is necessarily doing. I hope that, you know, this can be resolved and, you know, and she'll be all right. But, you know, you do the crime, you got to do the time. You know, as bogus as that may sound, bogus as that may seem, she committed a crime in Dubai. So she might just have to do the time. And we still don't know exactly how the altercation went that led up to her being arrested and detained. You know, the fact that she was detained and that she was screaming makes me believe that she really did take it there. You know, she went there, and I'm sure there was some profanity being used, you know, while she was screaming at this person, you know, like you'll see in a lot of, you know, road rage situations here in America, or, you know, people yelling at clerks behind the counter, yelling and screaming and cussing like that. In America, that is nothing. It's nothing mystical or, you know, abnormal about that. That's actually quite normal. But so just to close out, I want to comment on the activist guy who is, you know, speaking for the family and trying to help this family negotiate and all of that. You know, the guy with the box head and the glasses and the suit. He's trying to make the appeal to virtue that Dubai is a oppressive place where, you know, a woman can't scream in public. You know, I think he said something along the lines of she was jailed and detained for something that a man can do, but a woman can't do it. You know, if you look up the rules in Dubai, if you look up things that you can't do in Dubai, you know, cursing and profanity and swearing, flipping people off and being, quite frankly, just being rude and profane is one of those things that is a no-go. It's something that you can't do. So I don't think that's a gender thing. I think a man would get in trouble for that over there the same way that a woman would get in trouble for that over there. I don't know. But I mean, that's what I imagine. I don't think that's a rule only for women. Like, no, women can't scream. I don't think anyone is supposed to be doing that over there, and that's just kind of how they maintain their moral fabric over there. And you know, quite frankly, the way they have things set up over there is so that things over there don't become the way that they become over here. Like I mentioned not too long ago, things like cursing and profanity, PDA, people fighting in public, people nude in public, all type of things can happen in public here in this country, and it's really not a big deal. But that's just not how they want to run their society. And you know, I understand the appeal that that this activist guy is trying to make, but the reality is that, you know, you can't tell another country how to run their country and what is and what isn't allowed and what should be allowed. He has no authority. You know, he could say that all he want, but he has no authority over that. That's the way that they want to run their country. You got to know the rules of another place before you go there. And she should have, known the rules. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we're at the door. Hit that notification bell. Let me know what you thought about this in the comments down below. And until next time, you guys, I'm out of here. Peace.